Last time on Improv Tabletop. In the middle of the mines underneath Camp Studston, our heroes were traveling along at high speed in a golf cart on a mine track that had been converted into a mini golf course, trying to get to Donkey Kong, but they were accosted by King K. Rool's Kremlings, trying to stop them from getting to the Banana Horde. But with much fancy shenanigans of drifting along the tracks, shooting pickaxes out of the air, etc., creating a smoke screen with pages from your own journal, they managed to make it out into the jungle on the far side, where they discovered that Donkey Kong and his Banana Horde had been attacked by scouts who had been overtaken by the Sgwozniak, trying to destroy the Banana Horde, and had completely dismantled every other Kong in the entire Kong family. And Oleg was like, well, don't worry, I can fix that. But a latent piece of the Sgwozniak goop had reactivated itself somehow remotely, even though it was no longer connected to the main being of the Sgwozniak, and convinced Oleg to turn all of the Kongs into King Kong and to fill him with malice. King Kong kidnapped Oleg, destroyed half the Banana Horde, and took him to the top of the Empire State Building that was being built on top of the lodge as a repair. So everybody else went back to the lodge with Donkey Kong. They decided that they were going to start by blowing a hole in the side of the lodge so they could get into the commissary, where Mr. Bean was one by one bringing scouts inside to feed them with beans that had been tainted with the Sgwozniak's essence and turning them into zombie slaves of his own. So they created a big explosion that caused a whole lot of chaos right at the very beginning. Then Oleg decided he was going to reprogram King Kong to turn him back into all of the other Kongs with some assistance from Mayor Brimpus, who spoke in monkey to King Kong, ooga booga monkey banana, the wise words of the apes. And King Kong, in turn, used his power to destroy the Empire State Building, fell to the ground, and broke apart into a bunch of pieces that all regathered into the original Kong family. The Kongs decided they were going to help out, and Master Brickithon, using his customized handgun, which it turns out was a banana fitted to one of the flowers that he originally used to create the Sgwozniak, was able to take out Mr. Bean, remove the Sgwozniak's essence from him, and from that point, all of the Kongs were able to work together to corral all of the remainder of the zombified Sgwozniak scouts and feed them bananas to inoculate them against the power of the Sgwozniak. So that aspect of it is taken care of. However, now every single scout in the camp realizes that something weird's going on, and they want you guys to take care of it, which Master Brickithon assured everybody that you would do, but in the last moment discovered something had fallen out of Mr. Bean's pocket, and it was a CCTV tape imprinted with the words, "The Brickithon Interrogations." What's going to happen in this final downtime of the campaign? Let's find out here in the world of The Tension Builders.
Wow.
So one of our patrons said that I'm sure it wasn't intended as a backhanded compliment, but
Even if it was,
she's right.
That's fine.
She said that if you think about this like kids playing with Legos, suddenly everything's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most generous read I've heard so far, and I will take it.
Yeah, she said, yes, okay, this is the quote. And in that context, everything makes so much more sense, and the ridiculousness is no longer jarring or grating. I read that and I probably laughed for a solid 5 minutes.
Well, it's like the actual Lego movie. You discover, hey, it's all happening because there's a kid controlling it.
Exactly.
Spoilers for the Lego movie. Sorry.
Spoilers for the 10-year-old Lego movie.
11 now.
You can spoil a 10-year-old movie.
Oh, man. What's shaking, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Improv Tabletop, The Tension Builders, the bump in the dark actual play where we're making up everything on the spot and trying so hard to make it all make sense. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by
Caleb Anderton, finally learning the secrets.
Christian Randall, ready to rise the proletariat.
Evan Peterson, ready to plunder and pillage.
And plunder and pillage we shall, for this is our last opportunity to use any of the hope and bond that we're about to gather for ourselves.
Oh, man.
And you know what? Let's just get right into that. We'll get into Fallout before we get into downtime proper.
I feel like Fallout feels a bit bigger this time around.
Yeah,
You don't say.
Just a feeling.
I think one of the options is like very exposed, and that
Yeah.
feels like we might have hit that one finally.
Yeah, as opposed to every other job you've done so far where you went to like some secluded part of the camp and did everything kind of on the down low, very hush-hush. This one, I could say we're up to 6 alarm for sure, wild, devastating exposure, now that every single person in the camp realizes what's going on.
That's fair.
All right, so yes, the alarm track is currently full. We have 1 level of panic, so now we're going to go in, add 6 more alarm. So you're a couple away from gaining another panic, which I don't know if that's going to really come into bear because we're moving into the final encounter of the campaign, but we'll see. Next, gather strings. The keeper takes 1 string for each level of panic the pact has marked, in addition to any strings gained during the hunt. I gain 1 that can be used for anybody. So I have 2 general use strings and 2 strings on Christian.
I always be giving you strings.
Yep, and I'm going to have so much fun tying them up. Now we mark hope and bond. So we're going to start with each of our individual hunters, and going from left to right, let's start with Oleg here on our sheet. So Oleg, did you address a challenge with courage or empathy?
Yeah, I felt for those monkeys. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, you immediately wanted to help DK and his family.
Oh yeah, I might have gone about it poorly, but I wanted to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was immediate remorse, like once you finished building King Kong and the Sgwozniak goop removed itself from you and put itself into King Kong, there was immediate remorse, and you were able to sort of pay for your indiscretions a little bit by bringing all of the Kongs back ultimately, so that we can give you one for that. Next, did you embody your background or drive?
Yeah, Tech Whiz, I hacked the monkeys.
You hacked the monkeys.
You did hack some monkeys.
You put floppy disks into the monkeys and everything worked out.
And I will bring together instead of pull apart. I brought that family closer than they'd ever been.
That's true.
Literally. Into one being.
Next, did you express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
The supernatural is always harmful and never helpful. I mean, that feels pretty true. I mean, you could go both ways. It was pretty bad all throughout, but the prophecy did tell us about the bananas, and we did use the magic banana and the magic flower juice.
Yes, and one thing that I forgot to recap during all the chaos of everything else, you are a monkey now, and you are missing a hand because you made a deal with the wise one.
I am missing a hand, and I am a monkey because my grandma bit it off.
Yes, your grandma bit off your monkey hand, and you made a deal with the wise one, the powerful orangutan warlock patron that Mayor Brimpus has been working with this entire time. So you are, along with the voices from beyond, the supernatural is kind of inextricably linked with your being at this point, it seems.
And it doesn't seem that helpful.
So that did not go away when he cleared that void touched?
No, that wasn't a mechanical condition. It was just the result of a deal with the darkness that he made.
Gotcha.
So I am monkey now.
Congrats.
So you know what? I'm going to say yes. My beliefs seem pretty correct.
All right. And finally, did you portray your relationship to the troop or the people of Camp Studston?
I saved those people.
Yeah?
I sacrificed my humanity to go full monkey, and I saved these people.
And they all know that you did it.
Oh, they do now.
There we go. All 4 hope for Oleg. Pilfer, did you address a challenge with deception or charm?
It blew up something. Is that... It doesn't really count, does it?
Well, you were able to sneak your way up to the wall in order to get there without being seen.
Yeah.
Very sneaky.
Didn't I try and do something charming with the monkeys?
You tried to assert your dominance as the captain over Mayor Brimpus's mayoral kingship.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that necessarily worked.
It didn't work. Brimpus is too powerful. Yeah, I think I would say no.
All right. Did you embody your background or drive?
Background, I'm a pirate. Drive, uncovered. Oh yeah, I've kind of forgotten about that.
Pirates blow things up.
Pirates do blow things up, so we'll say yes, even though I've sort of forgotten about my drive, and I don't know that there's enough time left in the campaign to really sort that out, so.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday, in fact.
I guess that's just some mysteries never really get solved, you know? That's life.
Yeah, just gonna have to wait till the threequel. Did you express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
You know, the crew did all kind of abandon me the second Mayor Brickus showed up, so any crew is capable of mutiny.
Your belief that was challenged in the last hunt has been validated in this hunt.
Yeah, I expressed my belief. Any crew is clearly capable of mutiny.
Just takes a more charismatic leader to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And did you portray your relationship to the troop or the people of Camp Studston?
Yeah, I blew up a wall to save a bunch of kids.
You did.
Check.
Gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet.
Exactly.
Master Brickithon, did you address a challenge with cleverness or knowledge?
I think using the actual pages of my knowledge book to create a smokescreen was a pretty literal manifestation of that.
Yes. Did you embody your background or drive?
Protect those around me perfectly. Yeah, taking a little bit of responsibility, bringing out that flour and combining it with the bananas. I'd say that was protecting those around me.
Mm-hmm. And did you express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
Let's see. Oleg's Soviet separation will soon sour our success. We haven't seen that in a while.
That's the Soviets for you. They lay in wait.
That which I create only brings about destruction. That was pretty much confirmed with all of the Sgwozniak stuff coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say yes for that as well.
Even more regret.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, did you portray your relationship to the troop or the people of Camp Studston?
Yes.
That you did. You saved everybody from being overtaken by the Sgwozniak. And now, Mayor Brickus. Yes. Did you do all of your stuff? Of course I did my stuff. I'm the best at doing my stuff. I could never fail at doing a single thing I ever attempted. Sweet. Do you want to give all of your hope to your friends? No, I'm going to take you with me to heaven. Okay.
Unlike the rest of us, Mayor Brimpus can take it with him.
Exactly. Oh, but come on, Mayor Brimpus. I'll give you a banana if you give all your friends your hope. Okay. Cool.
Got yourself a deal.
I think we'll give one each to Oleg and Brickithon, and we'll give the other two to Oleg since he marked one less than Oleg and Brickithon.
You mean Pilfer?
You mean to Pilfer?
To Pilfer. Sorry.
You never said Pilfer.
Yes.
You know what? I guess I take 3.
No, Pilfer. Pilfer gets 2. Oleg, Brickithon get 1 each. And after we finish recording these next couple episodes, I won't have to keep these names straight in my head ever again.
It's true.
It's true.
All right. Bond for the troop. Did you guys successfully complete the hunt?
We did it.
Yes, we defeated it.
You got stuff done. Did you get an over your heads maybe?
Can we take multiple bond for that?
I think in this one specific instance, I think you got in so over your heads that I will bend the rules and let you take 2 bond for that.
I'm a monkey.
He is a monkey.
Did you express or challenge your reputation or your promise?
I mean, I don't think we've ever expressed it as loudly as we did. Everybody knows about us now.
They have to admit we got something done.
Yeah, we ended with like every single scout in the camp looking at you guys. You gotta admit they got it done. Can you get it done for us again, maybe, please? That would be really cool. And did you struggle due to inner conflict or interpersonal drama?
Our captain was mutinied by a monkey mayor.
And one of you built the final boss of the hunt, essentially.
Oops.
Yeah, what the heck?
Oopsie.
Did I do that? Okay, so that is all of our fallout. We've got all of our hope and bond. Now we get to spend all this during downtime. But before we get into that proper, I think we're going to cut to the study where Master Brickithon, with trembling claws, is placing a CCTV tape into the tape deck, and the screen goes fuzzy before it resolves into an image. And Brickithon, you see yourself stepping into Brickitholomew's office, just a normal visit, shaking hands, having a good time. And Brickitholomew's like, "It's so good to have you back this summer. I've missed you so dearly." And he offers you a drink, and when you turn your back to go and pick it up, he morphs into the Sgwozniak goop and pins you down to a table. And you see, amidst all of your protestations, he removes your head and pulls out a little chip of some type, puts it up in the cavity of your head, and then puts it back on top of your body. And you see your eyes blink, and he says, "Do you remember anything that happened since you walked through that door?" And you see yourself say, "No, I remember so little already." And he just nods his head, says, Good. The technology is working exactly as expected." And he lets you get up and go on your way. And the next time it cuts to a future encounter in the office, you come walking through the door. Master Bricktholomew, so good to see you. And as soon as you walk through the door, you see your eyes just glaze over. And there's a little beep from the door device, a little beep from inside your head. And Bricktholomew says, yep, very good, as expected. Please sit down, my friend. And over the past several encounters you've had visiting with Bricktholomew, all of these memories of your conversations completely removed from your mind. You start to piece together what's been happening behind the scenes. Bricktholomew being very, very fascinated by the flowers that you grew, wanting to gain more information about them. You hear yourself saying, well, they are in fact a rhizomatic flower in the sense that each individual flower on the surface is not its own organism. They are connected deeper below by a greater central mass that communicates to all of the other flowers that grow up to the surface. And Bricktholomew, so there is somewhere beneath the surface a large bulb of sorts that all of the others communicate back to. Interesting. Cuts to a future scene where you're not actually there this time, but the door knocks and Mr. Bean walks in. And Bricktholomew's like, and you want your revenge now, you say? Well, I have a job for you. Cut to another scene with you walking in, and he's like, yes, but the problem is the flowers can only communicate with each other as long as they're connected to the central mass, correct? And you hear yourself saying, well, no, that's not entirely true. Yes, plants communicate in part through the physical connection, but there is also the release of terpenes into the air. When a plant is, for example, attacked by insects, it might release chemicals into the air to warn other plants to build up their antibodies against those insects. And Bricktholomew pauses, his eyes wide. So you're saying there is a way that even if the flowers are not connected to the central mass, they could still be influenced by the central mass? Oh, well, I suppose that could be done, yes. In the next scene, Mr. Bean walks back in. Bricktholomew says, I have a job for you. And Bean gives a little smirk. There's even a little cut to a CCTV camera that's on Pilfer's ship. When Oleg walks down to the hold, sniffs, it smells like beans down here. The terpenes of the plants being expressed through the air, controlling without being connected to the central mass. Another scene it cuts to, John Wayne walking into Master Bricktholomew's office with your Palantir and handing it over to him.
Forgot about John Wayne.
Right. I wrote it down. I made sure to write it down. But yeah, all of these pieces coming together and thinking back to Oleg, you've been so confused about how that piece of the Sgwozniak suddenly reactivated itself when it wasn't connected to the central mass, but all of it now starting to make sense that they have found a way to alter the flowers so that even though the central mass is protected, contained beneath the surface, it can still influence all of the others remotely. And you get to the end of this CCTV footage, and Master Brickithon, how you feeling after seeing all of this take place?
I am feeling shocked and maybe a little guilty, even more, about all this. But I'm also feeling resolved. I think I'm ready to finish this.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say the other two of you can have been there watching if you would like.
So... this is kind of all your fault, eh?
I mean, yes, it is. And I am sorry.
Yeah. Who hasn't revealed critical information to bad people under the influence of a memory loss drug? I mean, reminds me of college, right?
I was going to say me, but there's a very real possibility that I have done that.
You more than any of us, maybe.
I am going to very gently remove my head and hold it over the table and shake it a little bit in hopes that that memory chip will fall out.
Yep, it falls onto the table and you can see it just kind of blinking there.
I take my claw hands and I crack my knuckles.
Ugh.
And I go to...
They just break off.
Wait, I can't do that. I only have one hand.
You have one hand.
I crack my knuckle. I don't know.
You rotate it, and it makes that sound that the Legos make sometimes, where they almost creak as they.
All right. I know what I am going to do. I'm going to get the internet.
What?
I would like to make a request of the group. We have one remodel left. And if we upgrade the library, we get internet.
Does that feel like our best use?
I mean, it seems like whatever's happening has some sort of technology aspect.
That's very true.
Alternatively, if you upgrade your iconic vehicle, like we talked about a while back, you can turn it into a tank at the Packard Boys machine shop.
That is true. We could get a tank.
Turn your former Argo, now golf cart, into a tank.
A tank does feel pretty cool.
I've got a satellite watch, and I've got a stack of floppy disks, so like maybe I don't even need the internet.
Which has been more critical to humankind, the internet or tanks?
Well, that is kind of a good point where, like, the library gives everybody in the Pact access to reliable high-speed, parentheses, for the time, internet, whereas Oleg, because of just who you are, you always know how to access the hidden knowledge of the World Wide Web.
So I guess I could already get the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just going to take this chip and do some Google... I'm going to ask
Jeevesing.
There we go. Yeah, I'm going to ask Jeeves.
All right.
If your back hurts, you should get that joke.
All right. When you are investigating using a computer, you can choose to roll rig instead of any other action.
Oh, no. I'm scared.
You are, in fact, because you fell off the Empire State Building. To clear, you have to flee, leaving something important behind.
Oh, man.
Or take the Seek Solace?
I think recover is what it would be.
I mean, okay, hold up. You did flee the fight tangled up with Gollum Grandmama, and you did leave an entire hand behind.
That's a very solid argument.
You did pull that string on yourself, essentially. So, you know what? It's the last downtime. We'll give you that.
I'll take it. In which case, yes, I will, with permission, I will do research on device.
Yes, please.
I'm just really, really hoping this isn't like a smart brick thing, because that almost tore the community apart. So let's see what happens. That's a 6.
All right.
Yeah.
You find some early screenplays for the hit Apple TV series Severance.
This is good show. Oh. I'm going to pop my own head off and shake it just to see if anything comes out.
I'm going to roll for that. Something comes out.
What is it?
A little chip falls out of your head.
Oh, no.
Pilfer, come here.
I don't want to take me head off.
I did it anyway.
He does it for you.
Shake his head.
All right. I'm going to roll for Pilfer. Ooh, that's a much higher roll. A different chip falls out. A separate chip.
Okay. Cornelius,
Yes.
take your head off.
Okay. Pulls his own head off. Falls to the ground.
Oh, right. I'll shake it.
You shake it. Did you put anything in there last time you constructed him?
No.
Okay. He's fine.
Oh, well, I'll pop it back on. Is he alive again?
Yep, he's alive again. Wow, that was an interesting sensation. I'll say with your successful rig roll, full success, we can extend that through not only just like the chip that fell out of your head and Master Brickithon's head, exactly the same. Pilfer's is a little different, and you start researching it, and it's like, oh, this can give somebody a bit of a precognitive clairvoyant ability. This chip inside the head.
Wow.
Look at that.
And just like that.
Pilfer, didn't you once say, like a long time ago, that something that was like really driving you was that you really wanted to discover the secrets of where your precognition came from?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I expected something more.
You got anything at all, Evan?
I guess I just assumed it was always more magical. You know, when something's revealed to be technology, when you think it's magic, like, it's interesting, but it feels less, you know?
Well, I mean, you did think that Oleg was a wizard for quite a while because of his technology. Who's saying it's not?
Is he not a wizard?
I'm
I
honest.
would say I still currently hold the belief that Oleg is a wizard.
There you go.
There is no magic in this world. I have never seen anything to convince me otherwise.
You've never seen...
Everything can be explained through science.
All right, well, we might have to unpack that at another time, because that's crazy.
Yeah, we'll unpack that after the end of our next hunt.
I would like to begin a downtime beat.
All right, what do we got?
I'm going to be using Origin Story.
Ooh.
We cut back to a single chair in a room, flickering single bare light bulb above it. You just hear the click, click, click of Lego feet hitting a little dot and unsticking and then resticking as someone walks down the floor. And when the shadows finally stop obscuring the face, It is none other than Gorbrickchov. He takes out a little device, pops off my head and slides it in, pops it back on, and says, "You will be good asset for Motherland. Go to Builder Camp. Make friends. Your activation word will be steal." And then we cut back to now.
All right. So now you get to take a new ability that fits with what you described from any playbook.
I'm going to take all part of the plan.
All right. This is from
The Raven.
the Raven.
Hey, that's mine.
Expend your plot armor to reveal that this was part of the plan all along. Describe a flashback showing how you prepared, and grant +2 die when helping a teammate even after they roll. Gain increased impact when acting on your prep. Remember how you guys have plot armor because of that crew upgrade that you took?
And we've never used it.
Yeah.
Now I've got 2.
There's so many abilities to remember in this game, okay? We've got like 17 at our disposal. I've got like 4 and then 3 crew ones and then my gear. And
There are a lot.
It's a lot to deal with, okay?
To your credit, you did finally ask me whether Donkey Kong was lying when
That's
he was
true.
talking
You did
about
ask
his
that.
inability to express any kind of doubt.
You did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at what I do.
Yeah. All right. So now Oleg has 2 boxes of plot armor.
Yeah.
Very nice. So that is 2 of your hope that you've spent. You still have 4 left.
And for the final time, I will level up.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend the rest of the downtime building, researching, and I'm going to take rig. One more tick in rig, and I'm going to get ready. I'm going to figure out, it seems like this goes all the way to the top. So I'm crafting, I've taken the haunted camera and I've strapped it onto the maybe tank, depending on what we decide. But right now, just golf cart. I've got the Flying Dutchman mounted on the back. We are gearing up.
Very good. So that is all of the hope for Oleg for the last time.
Ned, I don't think I brought this up last time. I don't want to over-gamify too much to avoid the consequences of my actions. But in that explosion, I got the exhausted penalty. And it says to clear, ignore the demands of a situation to steal some respite. Respite?
I've heard it both ways.
I know how to pronounce words.
Respite is American, respite is British.
Oh, cool. I was right either way. So...
Oh, that's a bit much.
Here's the thing. After that explosion, I didn't actually do anything the rest of that encounter.
That is correct.
Which to me sounds like I ignored the demands of that situation to just lay in the rubble.
Yeah, basically the last thing narratively that happened to Pilfer in the entire episode was the Empire State Building was falling down on top of you, and I was explaining what was happening to everybody else, and you were like, well, wait a second, what about Pilfer? And I was like, oh yeah, Master Brickithon pulls you out of the wreckage, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So
I ignored every demand, even when a building was hurtling my way. So can I clear my exhausted penalty?
you know, why not? This is our last chance.
Oh.
Last chance to get all rested up before we get into the final battle.
I love not having to face the consequences of my actions.
Yeah, I didn't even give Christian a wound for losing his hand. What the heck?
I mean, I don't have a hand.
It's arguable you're too generous as a DM.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we have some hands laying around here if you want one.
I am absolutely not going to take one of those hands. I will instead be crafting myself an absurdly cumbersome and not useful mechanical hand.
Nice.
It has 5 fingers and it's horrifying.
Gross. Ned, may I seek solace?
You may.
Before we go into this whole thing, I'm going to go practice my disguise makeup.
Very good. So that is going to be 2 more hope. Go ahead and take up dice equal to your total unmarked doom. So that is 3 dice.
This is actually a risk, guys, because I could easily roll more than I have to clear.
That's how I ended up on Nessie's planet.
Wow, I rolled so bad. That's so good. My highest was a 3. That's perfect.
Okay, so you only have 1 luck now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot better than Oleg currently having 5 luck and no option to reduce it because you have no hope left.
It's okay. I have armor. I have double plot armor.
Double plot armor that we're definitely going to remember about.
Yep.
All right, you got 3 more hope. Anything else for Pilfer?
No, that's such an awkward amount because I can't level up. So what else can I do?
Well, let's look. How much? 3, 4, 5 bond.
5 bond.
I forget that we as individuals can also spend bond.
I'll just spend 4 of the group's bond and retire. I'm out. I'll make a whole new character.
One last job. No, I retire.
Wow, now that I know what that precognition's all about, I guess I'll be going.
Yeah, I have fulfilled my drive entirely. It was so simple.
So simple. So we're trying to travel underground to find a giant bulbous plant to destroy it.
Yeah, to prevent it from spreading its influence.
Because the Sgwozniak has infiltrated it.
Okay, well, I made a bomb out of a propane tank last time, right?
You did.
Can I make a flamethrower out of a propane tank?
Yes, I believe so. With your burglary kit, you can re-up it every single hunt that you go on, essentially. So even though you blew up your last propane tank, you should be able to secure another propane tank for this upcoming hunt.
Okay.
You could therefore sabotage into a flamethrower.
I'm no engineer, so can I get my hands on a propane tank, spend 2 hope to do the acquire an asset action, and I will go to Oleg and explain. I think we be needing to burn some plants.
I can make bomb. Big bomb.
I was thinking flamethrower. Torch the whole thing.
I can make flamethrower.
Aye. What's our pact's trust? Nothing.
We don't trust each other. Oh, wait, no.
So that's the quality of the flamethrower.
Yeah, I have completely forgotten how trust works in this system because we've never touched it.
Would we have earned some trust by this point? Because otherwise, narratively, I can't say Oleg wouldn't make a bad flamethrower. If we have no quality on the flamethrower, I'm making it myself. Because that makes way more sense.
I'm so good at rigging.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that if you made it, it wouldn't have a 0 quality. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so trust is an abstract measure of the relationship the pact has with the people of the area. It represents deepening ties and ability to leverage those relationships to gain access to resources and allies and the goodwill the community affords you. So you can increase your trust by spending the pact's bond.
Oh.
The ties that bind. Raise your pact's trust by 1 and consider changing your reputation. It costs 6 bond.
It costs 6 bond to raise trust by 1?
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot, yeah.
We don't even have 6.
Okay, I don't want to make Oleg do it. I'm making this flamethrower myself.
All right.
With my 0 rig. That makes so much sense.
Can I help?
No, because otherwise it'll be too good of quality. This thing needs to be duct tape, which I never use out of principle because I'm a pirate and it was invented after I was alive. I'm going to try and use it now, though, and I'm going to slap something together.
Indeed. So it has quality 0, and we give the asset 2 to 3 tags, usually including 1 benefit and 1 drawback. So I'd say 1 benefit, big damage, big area.
Okay.
1 drawback,
Ready
held
to blow.
together with duct tape.
Okay.
If you want to add ready to blow to it as well, I think that would be thematically appropriate.
All right. I think that all sounds pretty on brand.
I mean, look at this. You've got a flamethrower and a bomb in the same object.
Porque no los dos.
Exactly. If only you could control when it's which one.
I know. We'll find. It'll be, either way it'll help.
It'll be fine. It'll be normal. That leaves Pilfer with only 1 hope left. So, Master Brickithon, anything that you would like to do?
Can we donate hope to one another?
I think so.
Master Brickthon, have a hope.
Oh,
Whoa.
well, thank you. It actually helps me a lot.
You can retire now.
I can retire.
I just randomly walk over and go, I forgive ye for selling all our secrets. And that gives you hope for the future.
Thank you, Pilfer. Well, in that case, I am both going to seek solace and level up.
Wow.
Okay, so you're going to roll dice equal to your unmarked doom. So that's going to be 3 dice. And you have 5 luck. So there is a chance that you might overindulge in your solace, but we'll see.
We shall see. Okay, that's a 1, a 1, and a 4.
All right, so we take the highest result, so you unmark 4 of those luck, and you, like Pilfer, now only have 1 luck marked.
That is better.
And then level up will allow you to add a 3rd dot or take a new playbook ability.
I have really been enjoying justifying how everything for Brickithon is read. I don't think I've ever rolled anything but read. So I'm putting a 3rd dot in read.
All right.
There we go.
That does make sense. Okay, that is the final hope that is going to be spent in this entire campaign. Now, we have 5 bond. We could remodel. We've got 1 of those left. I mean, I feel like remodel is kind of what we've been building towards.
Yeah.
Kind of all we've done, though. We could do make friends and, I don't know, maybe...
Make friends with the ghosts in the haunted campsite.
Maybe Tim Curry's The Devil shows up.
Guys, we're kidding ourselves. Who wants a tank?
I would like a tank.
I think a tank would be pretty cool.
It needs to be like a cool ghost tank, though. Like,
Well, I am mounting the haunted camera onto the tank.
it needs, like, not just mortars that it shoots. It needs, like, banana flower mortars that hurt ghosts.
Well, I think it's time we stop monkeying around. And I take my now prehensile tail and I start gathering all bananas because now that I'm a monkey, I have a sixth sense for that.
You know, that's what it is. You don't have a wound for losing a hand because it's been exactly replaced by the capability of your prehensile tail.
Yep.
Wow.
You don't gain any bonuses from having a prehensile tail, but you don't gain any drawbacks from not having a hand.
Is that what you cracked earlier, was your tail?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Horrifying. Horrifying.
I mean, it's no different than cracking your spine. It's just an extension.
It feels different.
I like how I said crack your tail and Ned went, but then in the original Animal Crossing campaign, he was like, and insects crawl underneath their skin and burrow into their flesh.
Hey, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Wow.
Beautiful. So we got a tank.
Heck yeah.
So the tank has a haunted camera attached to it. It has a launch point for the Flying Dutchman, and it is technically holding the soul of the original Argo.
Yeah, I think the haunted camera is going to give you guys a lot of benefits. Like, it can attach to various screens inside the golf cart and show you like a thermal imaging. It'll have like a night vision capability, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
If I remember correctly, it's kind of sassy, though.
If you remember that, then good.
And good.
But the Argo is sassy?
The haunted, camera,
camera.
the ghost camera.
Oh, the haunted camera. Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't thought about that. And I was like, the Argo's Canadian. They can't be sassy.
They can't be sassy.
Well, we've got our tank, we've got our leveling up, we've got no hope left and no bond left. So with that, I mean, that brings us to the end of our mechanical downtime. But is there anything else just narratively that you guys want to do before we head once more into the breach, as it were?
During my solace, I'm going over all my books. I am especially going over back to the beginning. I'm going over everything that I have on the flowers, everything I have on the Brickithon, on the Sgwozniak, just all of that. I am ready. Also, I've done a little extra research on Bricktholomew himself.
Yeah, all of the stuff that you know about the flowers, about the Sgwozniak, like, it's basically everything that we've established thus far, because you knew everything there was to know about the flowers, and now Bricktholomew has added to your knowledge with the modifications and stuff that he's done. As far as Bricktholomew goes, you figure that, yeah, he was, just my friend, and then he got overtaken by the one last piece of the Sgwozniak, and the only way to save him is to defeat the rest of the Sgwozniak.
All right, so there's still good in him. We can get him back out of this situation, maybe. Maybe.
If chance come, I blow him up with tank.
That's fair.
And I go, all right, boys, let's do this. And I hold up my flamethrower, and there's a propane tick on my back, and it's like, I'm like shaking.
Oh, Pilfer, watch where you're pointing that thing.
I'll say the specific motion it's making is like in one of the Lego video games when you walk up to something that's interactable
Yes.
and the pieces just kind of start wiggling around. That's what's happening to it on your back.
I also just want you all to know that canonically, I look like Lego piece 2550C01 now.
Say that one more time.
You're going to make me type that in, aren't you?
2550C01. Yep.
Everyone at home, go ahead and Google that.
Yep.
That's what I look like, except for one of my hands is about as big as I am and has 5 fingers.
Yep. Everybody go look that up on your own, and you'll either not be disappointed or disappointed. One of those two.
It's the worst version, I think.
Okay. Well, I suppose with that, then, we're going to wrap up this final downtime of the Tension Builders.
Oh.
What a journey it has taken us on. Holy cow, 1 episode left.
Man.
It is especially weird given that this is the first long-form campaign that we've done since we started doing every other week instead of every week. So it's like 19 episodes is what we're going to end up with, but holy cow, the amount of linear IRL time I've been playing this campaign. Yeah, pretty wild.
Also, we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of when we first started this thing.
Oh, man.
Weird.
With that, thanks everybody for joining us here in the world of the Tension Builders, and we'll be back next time with the thrilling conclusion of this campaign. And if you want to see what that is, go ahead and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as 3 Lego pieces who are no longer having their minds altered by external mechanical forces if you go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We also have social media accounts, end of statement. We also have an email address, improvtabletop@gmail.com. You can get in touch with us there. I respond to all of those emails. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons. Hey. And would you believe it, just literally based on the sort of rotation that I've had set up, it is going to be the Packard boys, Tim Rust and Tyson Lanzin.
Perfect.
And I mean, we've said it before and we'll say it again. These are the people who have turned the once proud Argo, now a golf cart, into a once more proud tank.
True heroes.
Even prouder, in fact.
We've got that special knowledge from Tim Rust and Tyson Lanzin about how to incorporate the supernatural and occult into the makeup of this machine here so that you can get even more functionality about it. But Oleg does not for 1 second believe that it is supernatural because it is all science, absolutely. And Pilfer believes that it's all magical.
What else could it be?
We'll have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next week. And if you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biannual sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Help We Beat Strahd in our D&D campaign, and now he's back for Revenge in Real Life, which is going to be a shorter one. We've only got a couple episodes left of that one to record as of right now. But yeah, we've ramped up the spooky level. We've started adding in some fun new rules hacks. And I'm feeling happy about the direction it's going.
It's been interesting. I will say, Evan logged on today and saw some of the remnants of our chat from our most recent episode and was scarred.
It was sexier than I was expecting.
It is quite sexy.
I mean, it's got Connor in it, so what else could it be? Now, let's do a round of plugs. Evan, would you take that this time around?
Yeah, we've got a sister podcast. It's called I Cast Fireball. Ned is on it. Christian has been on it. Is on it currently? Question?
Yeah, Christian is in the Stonewalkers campaign we're doing on our YouTube channel, and Caleb has been in it in a little guest role at one point.
You're noticing one person on this call hasn't been in it, but that's all right. We'll move past that. We also have a partnership with Fanroll Dice. You can get 20% off our dice using code VROOMFIFI at fanrolldice.com. I will plug as a personal note. I don't know how to the concept of.
I love when we plug concepts.
The concept of community, building community with your neighbors and with the people around you, which is one of the main themes of this entire game system we've been playing.
Indeed. So go out there, find some nerds like yourself. I'm making an assumption about you based on what you're currently listening to. Have a good time. Set down some roots. Be involved. I am trying to do that more myself, and it's been pretty great, if I'm being completely honest. So go do that. Well, thanks everybody for joining us here in the world of the Tension Builders. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by
Caleb Anderton. Everything is brick and everything is reed.
Christian Randall, just monkeying around.
Evan Peterson, about to lose the other eye.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop. Gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet.
Exactly.
And life gives you eggs to make an omelet. I just watched Something Rotten at the local community theater like twice in a row, and it's a really good show, it turns out. I've genuinely had several songs from that show stuck in my head for the past couple of weeks.